go. Bat. Oh, bruv. Welcome back to the scene of the grime. I'm not here with the best producer in the UK, 27. I'm here with man like Eggy. How you doing, bruv?
The worst producer in the UK.
You've never given it a go, to be fair. You should put yourself out.
I remember many years ago, I did download Fruity Loops onto my Microsoft PC, bro.
How'd you get on?
I didn't. That's where it ended.
Yeah. So yeah,
Fruity Loops was the one, bro, for authentic, bro.
Oh.
Like it's still gonna be. I don't know about programs and stuff like that because after Fruity Loops came like the Logic and what's the other one?
Reason, yeah.
Yeah, it started getting a bit advanced then, and obviously that's where it started going away from that. But Fruity Loops is the one, bro.
Fruity Loops was the one for old school grime, bruv. Like 27 made some mad beats on that, bruv. People still use Fruity to this day. You know, the garage producer that I managed, shout to Jay Collier, bruv. He still uses Fruity.
Oh, bruv, his latest doesn't sound like anything that he's done recently. I'm like, I actually had to stick down to my story. Be like, well done, brother. I was actually bopping along with it. I'm like, yeah, this is my kind of shit, bro.
Yeah, man.
There's it crosses over to drum and bass as well because there's one guy that I know who he's jungle, sorry, and he's like he was going around looking for this special equipment because he said this equipment only makes authentic drum and jungle music, and it's like I was saying to him, why is it that you can't get new equipment with that sound on it? He said it's not the same. It's just not the same. You can't replicate that noise. I don't know why, but yeah, bro.
I don't know.
Something about this old school shit, bro. It works.
100%. It's a shame we ain't got 27 here to talk about it. But man, we've been away for a little while from across all of the podcasts that we do, from Scene of the Grime to 2Ps to Strike Thoughts as well. But we're back with a Scene of the Grime. And yeah, please, if this is the first one that you are listening to, I think we're going to be able to get this up on YouTube thanks to Zoom. So if this is the first one that you've come across, please go back, check the catalogue. We've got some great shows there. And if you want to learn about grime from the beginning, you can listen literally from episode 1 will be breakdown from about 2001. So yeah, very, very, the back catalogue is there. But this is episode 30, bruv. We're 30, I can't say 30 years old, but the show is 30 deep now, which has taken us a long time. But a bit longer than I wanted to get there, actually. I can't lie about that. But boom, we're here. What you been listening to, bruv? Anything?
I'll tell you what I have actually been listening to. And this caught me off, bruv, because I'm not really into this music. But I just discovered Unknown T.
Okay.
And I know he's been around for ages. And you're probably going to tell me he's like old school now or whatever, but oh my God! Have you heard his new song?
I haven't.
I don't know what's called. It's like Squeeze and Shake or something like that, bro. It's so hard, and it got me wondering. I don't know anything what drill artists say in their lyrics.
What do you mean? Like the terms they're using?
The terms, the slang, overall, as like the beat of drill is just amazing. But when it actually comes to their bars, to the crud that they're saying, and when you just mix it all together, I'm bouncing along with it. I'm like, yeah, fucking get in. But I ain't got a fucking clue what they're saying, bruv. It's like this. They're talking slang, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's amplified. I don't know why.
But do you like drill though? Because we had this conversation before. I think I know 27's not the biggest fan, but can you listen to drill? Do you listen to drill?
I can, but I think it's very bandwagonish, like sort of that Haas sort of music where it's like, oh, this shit's popping off now, everyone let's just copy it. Okay. Whereas those people who made like Afro beats, yeah, the handful of people that made that from the beginning, they should just be left alone to do that. Obviously, other people are going to jump on it and make it bigger into a thing. Drill, I think whoever started it just needs to keep it there, because I don't know. I just see drill as something that you can't take seriously because they're all wearing fucking masks. They're talking about stuff that clearly 90% of them, ain't doing, bruv.
Right.
And yeah, it's funny watching drill evolve from a distance, because now the same people who was wearing the masks are now dancing.
Yeah, doing the gun leaning shit. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting. It caught me off guard, bro. I wasn't expecting the drillers who were killers and salmonellas and all that to suddenly start doing.
To use their shoulders and gun leaning. Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes me laugh, bruv, because the conversation that I hear a lot, which obviously bothers me being as into grime as I am, is that grime's dead. Like, oh, grime's dead. No one cares about grime. We had H saying grime's dead. No one cares about grime. But then
I forgot all about this, bruv.
You what?
I forgot all about this. H said no one cares about grime or this.
He said no one younger than him is bothered about grime. That's what he said. What do you think about that?
Did he go around asking? Did he give out surveys? Musically because it feels like he comes from a background of grime.
Yeah, of course he does.
Grime.
Yeah.
And I remember you shouted him out time ago, bro, when he done some freestyle. I still think he's shit, bro. I don't know. I don't rate him. I know you rate him. I think he's got some bars, but dead flow, dead everything. I think he's just a poster boy.
I loved H's like the freestyle.
He's still better than most MCs. But when it comes to actually trying to get 1 second.
Yeah, right. She's so cute.
Okay. Your mum make this, okay? And do a bunker, okay?
Bless her.
She's snitching, bruv. She come round there snitching, bruv. She's like, see the other one? She's touching your Xbox controller. Yeah, where was we?
Yeah, so just talking about H.
Yeah, I think he's shit. I think he's just a post boy. But don't get it wrong, he's still better than most of the MCs out there.
Okay.
It's just that I think he's been plucked, as in this one is is the one that we want to push because he's young.
Yeah.
And that's it.
The thing, just to take it back to the conversation I was having about drill, like basically H is from grime. That freestyle that he did that made him big, that straight freestyle, whatever it was called, that's grime to me. He's a grime MC. And then obviously as soon as he realized, hang on a minute here, I can do this pop thing, he went pop, got in the charts and that kind of stuff, and then said that no one cares about grime. And that kind of pushes, and you've got AJ Tracy sitting next to him, nodding along, like, bruv, are you not a grime MC? But anyway, some people will agree with him, some people won't. It's all subjective anyway. But just taking it back to drill, like, it really does remind me of people saying, like, listen, like, drill's not going to be here and Grime's not going to be here for the future. Like, for me, they're both here now. They're both here, bruv. Drill's here and Grime's here. I enjoy listening to both. And I just feel like there doesn't have to be this whole thing about this is dead, that's dead. Like, people listen to both genres of the music. Like, drill's probably a little bit more popping than grime is at the moment. Yeah, okay, I can admit that. But bruv, there's still some young and up and coming grime MCs, bruv. Look at Yizzy, what Yizzy's doing, bruv. Look at Capo. Look at Big Zoo. Look at, like, there's so many people that are still making money and still, man, like Eyes, and there's so many grime MCs that are still doing grime, bruv. That I don't feel like it has to be a constant competition.
It just depends where is the spotlight? You know, everyone's spitting, bruv. You know, and it's only more spitters are spitting now, where it was only predominantly, you know, East London first, and then it went to North, and then at one point it was like, oh my god, West are spitting, and now one of the best spitters is from West, and then it went up to Birmingham, and now it's in New Zealand. But it's everywhere. Grime can't die because it's just everywhere now. It's just, where is the spotlight? mainstream wise, and it's on people who are saying that it's dead. So obviously their opinion is going to count more than anyone else's. It's not dead, bruv. It's just that people just want to make mainstream money, bruv, and that's it, bruv.
Which is fair. Like, that's fair enough. That's fair. It's funny that you said that, man.
Just need.
Do you know what, bruv? Do you know what? The conversation, yeah, that really, like, not annoys me, but the conversation that I find funny all the time is like, okay, who's the best from North London? Who's the best from West London? Who's the best from East, who's the best from South? For me, the conversation is who's the best from London? Who's the best from Birmingham? Who's the best from, like, Kent? Like Grime's not London, bruv. Like, and I know it starts in London and comes from London, but I just feel like, shouldn't there be more of it should be opened up to the whole country? Like, shouldn't we be saying, like, okay, the best MCs from London could go up against the best MCs from Birmingham,
but they'll just get squashed, bro. You know this. We can't even, go check out any top 10 list of grime legends from any, or even now, bro. They're all London.
Yeah, no,
maybe one or two will be, one over there and one over here, just to spread it out a bit. But it's pretty much they're all from London, bro. And London's just lit, bro. It's just the most litest place in the world. Like, obviously, you're just gonna get the best talent coming out of there, bro. It's just the most unique place ever.
We you mentioned to me about we mentioned Jay Haas actually at the beginning of the pod. Have you listened to Big Conspiracy, bro?
Oh man, I don't fuck with Jay Haas at all. I know he's sick. Like, I know a lot of people listen to him. I know he's big, but that sound, that type of music is just not me. I can listen to it in a club and stuff like that. It's fine. But I'm just grime, bro.
Well, there was nothing on that. There was no track on that album for you, not one.
There was one or two that I was like, actually, yeah, you got me there. But I just didn't go back to it. I listened to it once.
Okay.
So like Kendrick Lamar, I couldn't quite work out like what is so sick about this person that everyone's going mad over.
I can relate to that.
I always thought with Jay House, it was the sound rather than what he's saying that made him so big.
Yeah, I can see that. I fucking love him, bro. That album for me is something is special, bro. Like, I listened to it for about a month straight every day. Like, classic. Bro.
What is it? It's more Afro.
Yeah. It's not like, you can't really say it's grime. You can't say it's hip hop. You can't say it's trap. The closest thing that it is to is Afrobeat, but it's just Haas, bruv. It's just Haas.
He owns that division.
Oh man!
So when he changes it, it's what he's done, but a little bit tweaked.
But you can forget that it's like, bruv. The good thing, the maddest thing about Haas, is because he does the melody, sing song, Afrobeaty stuff. You forget he can spit. He can spit.
Is that when he does that?
Yeah. Like that when he does all that, when he's doing the singing melodic kind of stuff that he smashes. Yeah. He's sick at that. But bruv, you forget that he can spit cold. Listen, he's got his Daily Duppy. Even his Daily Duppy, bruv, is sick. Like, sick.
Yeah.
The bars that he's got. And the reason why I love listening to Haas, it's the same reason I love listening to Drizzy, is because it's like he's like his own feature. Like, he'll be singing on the chorus, the song will start with a chorus that he's singing, and then boom, a verse will come in, spitting flames, and it's still him. Then he'll go to a second melody, and it's like, bruv, it's just 5 different artists on one track, but it's him. Mad.
Yeah.
Mad. I think he's sick. I think he's sick, man. So yeah, Big Conspiracy is a very, very good album. If you haven't listened to that, go listen to that. Anything else, bruv, you've been listening to?
Nothing, bro. We're all in lockdown, bro. I think music is what we use to cope with being busy, on the move, and it just keeps us occupied. But now, me especially, I know you're still working, so your life is changed slightly, but not too much. Mine's completely down the pan, bro. I'm just sitting here, and music is the last thing I want to be listening to, because there's not that you get days where you're like, man, I just want to listen to some slow jam, some R&B, you know, or there's days where you'll be angry, you just want to listen to some, you know, just
Prez.
Prez, bro, something like that. But yeah, bro, and I heard from somewhere streaming's down as well.
Apparently so. Apparently Spotify streaming is down at the moment. Yeah, apparently. But it depends, man. It's like, first of all, when you say streaming's down, like it's in the hundreds of billions. So it's probably gone down into the 50 billions, for example. I don't know. But I'm guessing it's still, the music industry is still doing fine. Like, let's not get it twisted.
But internet usage has gone up.
Man, massively. Of course it has.
It's gone up by 50% at least.
Fucking mad.
I wasn't expecting it to go down, but yeah, I think where everyone's bored, they need visuals. So they're probably still jamming and whatnot. It's just that where most of the people are at home now, not working, whatever. They probably need some visuals. So just watching it on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Maybe.
That's fair. For me, like the way I consume music is, like you said, if I'm on the move, then yes. But also I listen to music in the shower. So every time I'm showering, I stick my phone on and play music out. I'm listening to...
I thought I was the only one.
Nah, there's millions of people that do that, bruv. I always stick something on. Showering is like... I can't shower in silence, man. It's boring.
Have you ever thought about putting Bluetooth speakers into your bathroom?
Yeah, that's my goal, yeah.
Get it done, bro.
Yeah, bruv. I've seen like... Who's done it, bro. Yeah, I've seen TVs in bathrooms at the end of the bath and shit. Like that kind of stuff, bruv.
Yeah, no, but I know someone who's actually fucking got that stuff, bro.
That's sick. That's my dream. I'd love to do that, just to be able to control it and stuff from the shower as well. What I'm listening to at the moment is a new mixtape, bruv, called Royal Rumble. And this rare that this happens, bro, but it's 4 MCs have done a mixtape. Okay. And it's Big Zoo, Capo Lee, Kamikaze, and Eyes, right? Now, Eyes we've played before on the pod. He had a track called Leon, which is sick. Eyes is a proper up and coming MC. I think he's going to be sick. Big Zoo is basically gone.
Zoo.
He's gone, bruv. He's got a TV show on Dave coming out. He's got a one extra show where he sits in as guest. Gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
Smashing it. And then Kamikaze, bruv, is an MC, a white MC from Leicester. Have you heard of him?
No.
I think you should be connected with the Leicester scene, bruv. Come on, you should know about Leicester MC.
Fuck Leicester.
Bless. And then and then also as I said, Capoli as well, who is a North London MC. Sick. It's just a very, very, very sick mixtape. I can keep rambling, bruv. If you need to sort that out, don't worry. I can keep rambling. Bless her.
1 second. 1 second, bro.
Don't worry, it's all right. Bless her. Bye. So yes, just going back. So listen to Royal Rumble at the moment. It's very, very sick. The fact that 4 MCs have linked up to do a mixtape is very, very rare. When I first listened to it, I was thinking that, how is this going to go? Like, is there going to be, some MCs are going to outshine others? If a certain MC is on a hook, is that going to slow it down? Is it going to change it a little bit? But from the very first track, of this mixtape, you can tell it's going to be sick. They finish it off at the end as well with a track just by each of them. So Kappa style, Big Zoo style, Capo Lee style, Kamikaze style, whatever it is, Big Zoo, Eyes, calling it their style. So yeah, it's a very, 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 very sick mixtape. Just reviewed that by myself, basically. Yes, Eggwood. Sorry, mate. It's hard, isn't it, being indoors, bro, when you got little ones, man?
Mate. I literally don't. This is every 5 minutes.
You can't control your kids. You can't control kids. There's nothing you can do, bruv. Don't worry. I relate. Anytime you got to leave, don't worry. I'll just ramble to myself.
No, it's done. I said to the miss. I said, listen,
sort this out.
Take over, please. Yeah.
All right. Do you know what? Let me get into the main thing we were doing for this show, because this is a conversation that might last quite a long time. So, what I asked man like Eggy to do this week. I'm I don't like talking about who's the best MC, like who's the GOAT, who's the greatest MC, because music is subjective. And that's one thing I've learned, is that you can get a group of 100 people together in the same room. And if you ask them who's the best MC, the same names will keep popping up, but you will get someone from left field that's like, no, what about this guy? He's the best. What about this guy? He's the best. So it's all subjective. So I understand that. So when they asked Tiger Woods, do you feel like you're the best golfer of all time? Tiger Woods said, listen, it's not up to me to decide that, but I'm just happy to be part of the conversation. That's what he said. So I asked Egg and myself and 27 as well, actually. I think 27 had a list as well, but we can come back to that one. Of, okay, if you were going to talk about who's the greatest, yeah? And we can even put these into leagues eventually, like do a little triangle, like elite level, Premier League, you know, Champions League. We can look at this kind of stuff because the same names will keep popping up. But because it's episode 30, I said to Eggy, get a list of 30 people and I will do the same and we can talk about it. Now, when it comes to the actual GOAT, to who's the best Grime MC, and this is specifically just for Grime MC, you said it's about 5 names that you can think of for that conversation. So there was no need to even get past 15, 10. Like you think 5.
You can boil it down to 10 if you want to be realistic, but I would say, no, fuck it. Let's just make it. You can say essentially there's 5 goats, but you can say 10 to be sensible because the talent pool is too much.
Exactly.
Like if there wasn't so many, there was at one point the best or top 3, you know, something like that, where it's been too long and other artists have come out and more music has been released, and there can't be one, there can't be 2. You can have a bunch of people, and that's about it. Because everything else after is subjective, because everyone bases it on different things.
Do you know what? I from my list, and this is how I looked at it, this is the reason why I got to 30, is because from my list, the way I thought about it is, right, if I met someone at a house party that said they liked Grime, which has happened to me before, and I said to that person, all right, bruv, or lady, who do you think is the best Grime MC? Okay. If any of these names on my list were mentioned, I'll be like, cool. I'll be. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I know that it's an opinionated thing. So there's no one on my list. I'm looking at my list now, and I'm looking at your list as well. You got a couple, but there's no one on the list there that looking, and they'll be like, yeah, no, I think he's the best Grime. I think he's the best MC. I wouldn't be like, what? You think he's the best MC? Are you mad? Like, there's no one really like that. At number 1, interestingly, no, it's our top 5, our top 10 is actually quite similar, to be honest. Have you got your list up there?
I've got it in front of me, yeah.
All right, well, let's start with your number 1 then, bruv, because he's obviously number 1 for a lot of people. Obviously, Esky Boy Wiley. Now, okay, so before I start with him, actually, so do you consider him to be the best MC?
I would say he is the best.
Okay.
Hands down, and it's not even up for debate, bro.
Okay.
Like, Wiley is number 1.
Okay.
And everyone else is, I would say, I want to say miles behind. I would say Wiley is very unique, bro. And that's it. Like, do you want me to say why?
Yeah, of course I do.
I would say for the amount of work that he's done, music-wise, how many mixtapes he's released, how he shells down Eskimo dance, his commercial success, how many people he's tried to bring through. If you look at previous mixtapes, all the tunnel visions, there are a bunch of whack MCs on there who never made it, but you know, he still put them on there. He still to this day shouts out, you know, people that he fucking beats with, saying that they're sick. Do you know what I mean? He's clashed with pretty much everyone. He don't get me wrong, he hasn't won every single clash, but it's taking part is what counts. There are other MCs who've been called out by lesser MCs, and they refuse to clash just because they're like, yeah, look, I'm just not a clasher. I'm just here to make music. But this is Grime. You need to clash.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at other clashes, we love Big H, bro. He's sick. We love P Money. They had a clash. I think P Money ripped his head off, bro. But am I gonna stop listening to Big H? No. Is Big H suddenly, shit? No. He's still fucking on that fucking list, bro. Yeah. But respect to him for fucking even trying to attempt to try and clash P Money.
Yeah.
Considering what he done to fucking Gets.
Yeah, well, considering what P Money's done to everyone, which very, very actually nicely brings me on to what my number one is, as you obviously probably know. I think P is number one, personally. I think if you're looking at who's the number one grime artist of all time, Wiley, yeah, like for what Wiley's done for the scene, and Wiley is grime, to be honest. I don't even get into the whole Wiley Dizzy conversation. It's not comparable for me. Like, it's Wiley all day, like 100%. But when it comes to pure MCing ability, bruv, like stepping in the booth and shelling down, even on, like, I for you saying as well, like you don't think it's close, bruv. I don't think there's anyone on P Money's level. Like, I don't think there's anyone that can spit like P Money, can get in the booth and do what P Money does. Like bruv, when he clashed Dot, it's just like fucking hell, bruv. Like 5 tracks in 5 days. The video done. Dot was doing the same, so shouts to Dot as well. But bruv, the guy is a fucking machine gun, bruv. I've seen him live as well. He smashes, like he kills festivals, and I just don't think there's anyone on his ability level. I really, really don't. I just think he's so like head and shoulders above everybody else.
He is pretty much pure grime to an extent, but I would say Wiley still beats it only because he was the first one, really.
Yeah, I can understand that. Like I said, I've never.
He's had a better. He's had a crew at least as well that he backed, who charted as well. That a bit of part of Roll Deep and that.
Yeah.
A bit of it does come down to personal preference, bruv. I just like the Wiley flow, bruv. The flow of Wiley, with the way he can just even start. Mad.
Did you like that though? Did you think that was good on Forward 2 when he did on Power 2011 when he did that? Did you like that?
Yeah, bro. I struggle to find anything that he's done that I just think, I'm not really feeling that.
What about the Stormzy clash?
Oh, he finished him with the last track, bro. Like,
you think? Okay, no, I'm going to ask you genuinely now. The Wiley Stormzy beef, who won?
Wiley.
You from? I don't know, man. And the only reason I'm laughing is because I don't. It's not that I disagree with you. It's just because it's so how definitive you are, and there's so many people that disagree with you. But I know you don't care.
I mean, I can see. I think Stormzy was winning the battle.
Okay.
But that last one that Wiley dropped won the war.
It was so cold. It was so cold.
Called him Chewbacca, bruv. And
it was cold.
And the fact that he started it is what makes him a contender to even say that, he won it. Because, bruv, going after a mainstream artist that's got bare youths as their fans, like, I think the older and older you get, the less music to listen to, and when you're young, it's just it's your fucking life, bruv. So Stormzy had the young ones on his side, bruv, and he had a PR machine behind him as well, telling him, this is how we're gonna do it. And don't get me wrong, I still listen to Disappointed, Still Disappointed. Like I listen to all of. I actually listen to Stormzy's replies more than I do to Wiley's first.
Yeah, 100. Yeah.
2. But yeah, that last one that he done, bruv, it just killed it off, bruv. And
it was sick.
Yeah, if Stormzy would have come back again after that, maybe it would have been like, okay, let's see what's going on here. Because usually with certain beefs, it will last 1 track, 2 tracks. Fucking P Money's 5.
Yeah.
Chipmunk, when he come on and he was beefing with Bugsy, he done 5, 6 in fucking 1 row, bruv. But yeah, no, Wiley definitely won that, bro.
Did you watch the Chipmunk documentary that Link Up posted about all the wars and stuff that he did? Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah, bro, I fucking loved it. I thought it was brilliant. Yeah, really good.
I haven't seen it.
And do you know what the best thing that they had is the people that they had on there are the kind of people that don't give a fuck about both sides.
Yeah.
They just love. Then I'll say they're like us. They just love the whole thing about it, where it was just so fucking random, bro. I'm thinking, and the way that it was made, bro, it told a story, and it had loads of opinions on it that were backed by people who are from the industry. So when you had people on like Bugsy Malone now is a fucking legitimate millionaire, bro.
Oh yeah.
He's fucking massive. But at that time, bro, everyone's thinking, who the fuck is this guy? But when he started coming down to Tottenham and doing all these clashes, bro, you had to fucking just pay respect to him, because he was actually killing Chip at one point, bro. And even that was when I was like, yeah, Chipmunk is dead, bro. He's actually dead, bro. He's shit.
What, even now you think that?
No.
Oh,
he's in my top 10, bro.
Oh Christ, thank God for that.
No, bro. That beef resurrected his career, bro.
Right.
Because before that, I couldn't even tell you whereabouts he was and what he was doing. I thought he was dead, even fucking trying to clash Tiny Temper. Who is he to even clash? He probably just, tried to clash him, so thought, fuck it, let me just clash someone. But yeah, the Bugsy and Chip thing, that was the one. Who do you think won?
What, between Bugsy and Chip?
Yeah.
Personally, I don't feel like Chip's ever lost anything. Personally, I don't feel like Chip's ever lost any battle clash he's ever been involved in. I think because of his personality and because he's so polarizing, people use that to be like, nah, fuck Chip. And it's like, yeah, okay, yeah, cool, fuck Chip. But I'm like that when I'm like, fuck Man City. But Man City are cold, bruv. But I'm still like, fuck Man City, because I support Arsenal. So for me, I think Chip, because he is so polarizing the way he is, it's very easy for people to go, now, you know what, fuck Chip. Okay, cool. If that's what you feel, fuck Chip, that's fine. But he is one of the elitist, best, greatest grime MCs to ever pick up the microphone, bruv. Ever. He's cold, bruv. His last album, 10, bruv.
Mate, when he was 16, he was already better than half of the scene.
Trust me.
Like, I don't know when he made that "Who Are You" song.
16
at that point, at that time, you could tell that he's already better than half of the people out there.
That was 2009, bruv. That was 2009. So I was 19, bro, when he made that. Like, it's ridiculous, bruv. Like, if you go back and listen to League of My Own, the whole mixtape, you're like, how old is this? Like, what the fuck is going on here? Now, don't get me wrong. Okay, cool. He went and did his pop, Chip, oopsie daisy, blah, blah, blah. He's doing what H did. Like, he's doing what H is doing now. H started in grime, was cold, and then went and had a little bit of chart success.
No.
Chip set the blueprint for all this shit, bruv, in my opinion. All of this shit, bruv. Everyone follows Chip. Everyone copies Chip. Like, that's what I think anyway. Is it not similar to you? What happened there? Starting in grime and then going and just blasting up the chart a bit?
Yeah. But it is a bit of an understatement to say that, he tried. Like, he was in America making songs with Chris Brown when Chris Brown was...
Yeah.
Chris... Like, he was fucking massive then at that time.
I think he was number one. I'm pretty sure Chip... If not, it was definitely a top 5 with like Oopsie Daisy or Chip. One of them got it to like it was like number 1, bruv, or something like that. So it's like
I was fully ready for this guy to be on that path, as in you're sick grime MC. You're gonna do a couple bangers, and then you're gonna slowly but surely the record label is gonna say, "Listen, this guy's got his own fucking following. Let's pattern him up, make some nice songs with him, and then go." So same with Dizzy Rascal. I thought Chip was going to be the next Dizzy Rascal. He got to a high level, bro. Obviously, it wasn't onto that fucking stay there level. And I'm happy he didn't, bro. I'm happy he went out there, done whatever he done, made songs, came back, done a clash, and he's back now, and he's making fucking songs that I like, bro.
Yeah.
I don't even like that fucking odds. What's that? D Block Europe, boy?
D Block Europe. Yeah. Young Ads.
Yeah. Shit. But that fucking song that he done with Skepta.
They done a whole album. They've done a whole album, those three.
I know they've done a whole album, but mate, Chip fucking killed Skepta and the other boy on that whole fucking track, bro.
Yeah, it's cold. It's cold. See, what this is good, bruv, because from both of our lists, my goal is to do, and obviously we have to wait for 2-7 as well, but my goal is to do, to come up with a Scene of the Grime top 10. So far, we've got 3. We've got Wiley, we've got P Money, and we got Chip. I feel like they are to be considered. And that's not in order, by the way. There's no orders. We're not doing orders. We're not doing that, but we're just coming up with names for who would be considered as part of the best. So we've spoken about Wiley, we've spoken about P Money, we've spoken about Chip. The next person I wanted to come on to, and I'm so glad he was in your list. So many fucking people forget about the guy. So many people sleep on him. So many people have forgot about what this guy did and is still doing. And people don't, and people just forget about Lethal Bizzle, bro. People are just like, oh, Bizzle Festa Skank or Bizzle fucking Rari workout.
No. Lethal Bizzle, pow!
Yeah, bro. Trust me, like
Lethal Bizzle, oi,
bruv. Like oi, back
Lethal
then.
Bizzle,
How?
fucking...
No, like fuck, man.
Bro, listen.
Yeah, talk to me about Lethal B, man.
Bro, Lethal Bizzle is the most unique grime MC out there, simply because he's got the perfect balance between commercial and grime. So I don't think there's any there's not many MCs that have got how he's made music to it appeals to both sides. So usually you get fucking Wiley doing like, you know, shelling down a fucking random grime song and then Rolex sweep, you know, something completely opposite. Yeah. Whereas Lethal Bizzle will find that fucking thin line between making everyone happy, bro. And well, I can't say enough about this guy, man. He's an entrepreneur. He's just sick, bro. Like, I've always rated him. Like,
same.
And he's talked, and even when I don't follow him on any of the socials, but I remember I used to follow this YouTube channel when he used to just talk into the fucking the socials, and he would just talk about all the L's that he's taken, bro. And yeah, bro, just a fucking good dude. Fucking, I love Lethal Bizzle, bro.
So
like,
sick,
I fuck with Lethal Bizzle all day long, bro.
So
like,
hard, yeah.
One of the most underrated people from grime, bro. Like, he can spit, bro.
Oh, bruv, don't. He's one of the sickest spitters. This is what I'm saying, bruv. The first time that I heard More Fire Crew Oi, when he's like, "Oi, boy, what's the case? I can tell by your face." Like the fucking lyrics, bruv, the bars like that. I remember listening to that as a young, like, I must have been, however, 2001. I think that was 2002. I was 11, 12, thinking like, bro, this is so solid level sick. Like that's how I felt about Lethal and More Fire Crew. I was like, okay, this is so solid crew level sick, like these guys. And then they came back with a Fire Camp. It was sick. And then I've spoken about it on many previous Scene of the Grimes as well, about how during the Wiley and Lethal clash, during the Fire Camp Fire Against Ice, I was so team Lethal, bruv, that I was the only person in every single gathering, bruv. I was the only person that was just repping for Lethal. Like, bruv, I love Lethal B. Even the clash, Wiley and Lethal, when they clashed at Young Man Standing, bruv, that video, I think Lethal won that personally. And that's even up for debate as well. Like, Lethal's clashed as well, bruv, and he's clashed Wiley. Like, the like you said, the GOAT. People don't, I think people, obviously, I'm not saying he's underrated because people know about Lethal in it, but I don't feel like his name gets brought up enough.
Yeah, he don't get. I'll tell you, I think the reason why he's not in that conversation, because when you look at most of the top 10 MCs out there, bro, they've got some war bars, bro. Like, and you know, when they spit, bro, it's like they fucking talk to you personally. Do you know what I mean? But Lethal's more of comes across as the guy he knows how to play the system. He knows how to make the songs. He knows how to make the beats. He'll put it together. He'll package it up. He'll start dancing. But, bro, like, I think he's maybe not a part of the conversation because he's not done any authentic grime for so long. But, mate, you've given us Pow. That was enough.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
true. It's true. The song
Give me
did so
one
much,
thing.
man.
Just give me one thing, and then you can fuck off and do whatever you like. I don't care.
I remember. I think I brought this up before on a previous TSOG as well. But I remember we were talking about Wiley. And this comes back to Lethal as well about how much music they have put out. You can go back and listen to it. Like, I remember Wiley was taking his time to drop. It's not like Wiley to do this, obviously, taking time to drop music. But I think it was like Godfather 2, he hadn't dropped it yet. And I was saying to you, I was like, bro, man, he needs to drop Godfather 2. Like, what the fuck is going on? And you were like, bruv, Wiley does not need to drop another song for the rest of our lives. And we are lucky to have that amount of catalogue that has been produced. Like, if you go to Spotify, bruv, and go to Wiley's profile and Lethal's as well, the fucking discography is so much music. Like, it's ridiculous.
But this is one of the main reasons why these people are in the top 10s, only because it's about volume, bruv. Like, okay, it sounds like I'm contradicting myself. Like, power was enough, but bruv, there's more than power.
Of course.
There is literally, if I can say, you've got at least 6 tracks I could probably fucking tell you top of my head, you're good to go, bruv. Like,
yeah.
But
I've all of Lethal's albums from Back to Business, from obviously you had the Power when that got signed as well. Just there's so many. There's the catalog is there, bruv. Like, I've literally got Bizzle CDs. Like, I literally went out and bought Lethal Bizzle's like CDs. Back to Business, bruv. That album, when he's on the front of it, he's actually in the yellow and black seeing the grime colours. It's just a sick album, bruv. There's so many bangers on there. And he was the first person to branch out into... Do you remember like tracks like Mind Your Head? That's rock, bruv. Like, he used to go and make rock tracks, but he'd be spitting over a guitar and drum set. Like, mad, bruv. Absolutely mad. And I feel like now, the younger generation... they know him for Festa, innit? That's the problem, I guess. Like Festa Skank and Rari Workout and that kind of stuff. They're still bangers, though, bro. That's the thing. He still makes bangers. You're right. He's got the balance.
But who was on Rari Workout, bro?
Jamie and Temps.
Let's say no more, bro.
That's all
like,
you need.
If that's all you, if that's like the last stuff that he done, and that's all you know, bro. Fucking Temper T and fucking JME, bro.
Yeah.
And bro, we still listen to it in the gym.
Yeah, of course. Do you know what? That brings me actually very nicely onto something.
Nice segues today.
Which is, been nice segues today. In your top 30, and I'm just looking again now, the 30 that you sent me...
Are you going to say that I spelt wretch wrong?
No. Listen, like I said, if I was sat here analysing your spelling mistakes, I'd be here all day. There was one, I was looking at it thinking, right, there's ones that... I want to look at your list for ones that I've missed, and I want to look at... your list for ones that I feel like you missed as well. So let me ask you a question, bro. Where is Jamie?
Good point. Is he here? Yeah, he must have just slipped my mind, bro.
Okay. So would you consider Jamie as part of the top 10 conversation?
No way, Pedro.
Wow.
No way.
Okay, why not?
No way. Because there's 10 other MCs who are better than him, bro. And that's it. Don't get me wrong, he's sick. Like, I like Jamie. I fuck with him. Like, he's got loads of good music, but has he had any good clashes? No.
Mm-mm.
Has he had any songs that has charted? No.
He's been in the charts. He's been in the charts, bruv.
Yeah. Own personal preference as
Grime MC was a top 20 album, bruv. Independently, he got into the top 20.
Bro, I still haven't listened to it. I know. But this is what I mean. I'm very much a Spotify user, bro. Put it on Spotify, I'll fuck with it. But
there's tracks on YouTube. Have you listened? Have you seen the video?
No. I need to have it all. Like, I can't do like bit of this, bit of that. I need the whole fucking thing in one go when I'm in the mood to listen to it, and then we're good to go. But we've seen him live. Like, he's sick. Like, he's got good bars and everything. But yeah, just not. He will be in a lot of top 10s, understandably.
Yes, mine.
I'm not writing him off. But personally, he just don't get into my top 10, bro.
What about let's take out his MCing ability. So his ability to MC. What about as a grime art, like what he's done for grime as an artist, like as the fact that he's been in from the beginning, the track that he's never left grime. He actually made grime, like he's made it successful. That's Not Me. He was on that charted. Like you can't, like the success is there. Like, is it just his MCing abilities that you think he falls down on, or do you think it's because
no? He doesn't fall down on anything. He's sick at everything, bro. Production, spitting, bars, everything. This is a personal thing.
Yeah, I know. No, don't worry. That's the whole point of having these conversations, bro. Do you know what, bro?
I don't think. Looking at my top 10 list, I've got one MC in my top 10 list. By the way, this is done very quickly today.
I know.
So
yeah,
I know you literally just said right today, boom, let's do this,
mm-hmm.
and it was jotted down quickly. But there's literally probably one MC in my top 10 that I can't remember doing a clash, bro. Like clashing for me is very important. Like you can't not clash, bro. Like if you've never clashed anyone, bro, it doesn't matter how sick you are. I can't rate you, bro. Even
Why?
if you fucking bro, it's integral to the fucking sport, bro.
But what about all these new school kids that got no one to clash, though?
Fuck them. That's why I don't listen to them, bro. Bro, I'd rather listen to like Lord of the Mics 28, like WrestleMania numbers, with a bunch of dead MCs who are clashing each other, and like listen to them and support them than to fucking JK's fucking new school, bruv. He's clashing Dot Rotten, bruv. He's sending for Wiley. What? He's not new school, bro.
No,
like,
bruv. Yeah, no.
The people still send for people. It's just a personal thing, bruv. Like he ain't clashing anyone. For me, that is very important.
Okay, I hear that.
Everything else is just. There's just other MCs who I like the way they flow. They've got better bars. It's just the whole package of other MCs. I just prefer it, bro. But he's still sick. Like, don't get me wrong.
Do you know what? For me, and I know that I'm probably in a minority for this, but the term King of Grime gets padded around quite a lot. It gets thrown around quite a lot. Skepta used to say it. Wiley used to say it, and Dot Rotten said it a lot. Jamie is the king of grime for me. That's just a personal thing for me. I think if you go back to what he did at the beginning of like the mixtapes, Poomplex, Shut Your Mouth, like Dirkhead, all these fucking mixtapes that he did from back in the day, the tropical mixtapes, the beats he made from the
that
NASA
one song
shows.
that he done with D Double, bro. You remember that?
Bruv. Yeah, of course I remember that. Yeah, the thuggish. Like, bruv, it's what he's done and continues to do. And I know you haven't listened to Grime MC, and I went out and bought that on the fucking day it came out. I listened to it. I even had the missus rocking to Grime MC, bruv. Like, it is such a good album. I think that it will probably change your perspective on it a little bit. But for me, like, and again, this has to be a joint list, so I'm happy to take him out. I know it's a personal thing, but he's the king for me, bruv. What he's done, and he's been there from the beginning. He's been there from Shizzle, Napper, Bruiser. Like, he's been there doing that. Never changed his style.
He's been there longer than Skepta's been there.
100%. 100%. 100%, bro.
Yeah, bro.
But again, it's a joint list. It's a joint list, so we both have to agree. So I'm happy not to include Jamie. Why don't you throw another name at me, bro, that we can include? We're probably running out of time soon, but yeah, shout a name at me.
How would you?
Sorry about that.
That's all right, bro. Don't worry.
From the top 10 list, bro. Bro.
Okay. Talk to me.
Freedom of Speech. One of my sick album. He's got a history of clashing, which is important. Clashed Bashi. I think he probably just lost that only because Bashi was such a funny guy, bro. And he'll take a piss out of you, whereas Ghetto was more. Naturally, I still call him Ghetto, bro.
Yeah, it's true. Even though he changed it to Gets.
Yeah, I try hard to say Gets, bro, but Ghetto is. He was one of the first MCs. No, he did come up with Kano, but I just like the way Ghetto came across. His bars were aggressive. He clashed Bashi, obviously. He Clash,
Cash
P
Napper.
Money. Yeah, I mean, I didn't pay too much attention to that one. It was just this fucking. He was just so angry, bro. It was like his energy was like when Dizzy Rascal used to spit. Just this fucking frustrated youth that just fucking coming out spitting bare crud, bro. But yeah, his favorite song of mine, Crack Commandments.
That's your favorite song of That Gets Us Done, yeah?
Top 3 selected.
Banger. Rapid on the buttons.
Artillery.
Banger, yeah.
Sing for Me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just off the top of my head, bruv. There's so many more, bruv. But his later stuff, I don't really like. But because he done so much from the beginning, it was like, yeah, mate, you're. At one point, he was top 3. Just remember that, and it wasn't even up for a debate. At one point, bro.
You know what? I don't know if you know it about me, bruv. I've never been a fan, bruv, and I don't know.
Yeah.
It's never
fine.
been a fan.
It's fine. I understand different perspectives.
Yeah,
but just remember this: at one point, he said top 3 selected, and it wasn't a debate.
Yeah.
It wasn't a debate. So clearly, he has to be in the conversation of being in the top 10, bro. Like, that's it.
Well, just because he said it, though, like, I can say this is the top 3 podcast in the fucking world. Like, just because he said it doesn't make it true, bruv.
Yeah, but the difference is he was saying it to a fucking big audience, and no one said anything about it. Bro, it's only like, a handful of people that are listening to this at the moment, bro. Like, I'm sure if fucking other podcasts who are bigger than ours,
no, I know. I'm just making a point.
They'll be looking at us like.
I'm just making a point. Like, I don't know.
Fucking question marks.
For me, what I understand about Gets is that I'm not a fan. I would never really go and listen to Gets. I'd never really even listen to Ghetto when he was younger, that kind of stuff. But I know, bruv, and if you're making a list of top 10 MCs of Grime, you have to include Gets in there. Like, I wouldn't personally, like I said, but you have to. Like, the MCing ability is mad. Like, I remember his verse on Typical Me, like, bruv, fucking hell. Like, it's just absolute bars. And he comes cold with it, bruv. I feel like he only gets the props he deserves kind of now. Like, it is like before. It took time.
No. He can flow differently as well. He can spit over different tracks. Do you remember that one song with Wiley and Kano? She Glows.
Yes, I do remember that.
One of my favorites, bro. One of my favorites. Man, I'm gonna go listen to some music in a minute. Fuck it off.
You're gonna go listen to some Gets. You know what, bruv? It might be a good place to stop it, actually. So we've got from our list, and obviously we might have 2-7 with us next time.
Yeah. So let me just get this straight. This is a list of MCs that we're currently agreeing that are in the top 10.
Okay. So I would say Wiley, P Money,
yep,
Chip, Bizzle, and Gets.
I think we can end it there.
All right. Now, personally, I would put Jamie in there, but we have to all agree on it, and hopefully, we'll bring 2-7 in soon, so we can eventually. What I eventually want to do is have a TSOG top 10 of what we all agree on. You know what? These are the MCs that are part of the conversation. These are the MCs that are considered that we can talk about being the GOATs. I don't want to hear about fucking, you know what I mean, Bruiser and all that, some weird names. I want to know who the best are. So yeah, that was good, man. So yeah. All right, man. Yeah, we can leave it there then, bruv. Thanks very much for listening. You can see this full video will be up on YouTube as well. Obviously, listen to the podcast as well. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your pods, we'll be there. What do you listen to your podcast on? You got Android, innit?
Bro, I've got like 3 phones at the moment. I don't even know. I've got Pocket Cast. I've got Podbeam. I've got Spotify.
All them. We're all over that. We're all over that. So, boom. Yeah, we were back. Hopefully, we can try and get back to doing this kind of stuff weekly. And hopefully, we can be, it won't be long till we're in a room again, man. But yeah, thank you very much for listening. Everyone stay safe. Anything else from yourself, Edward?
Stay safe, people.
Stay safe, man. Everyone stay safe. All right, boom. Thank you very much for listening. Go follow the show on all the socials. We'll be back very soon, hopefully with Man Like 27 to finish off our top 10 list. Bye-bye.